Yo, what's up guys, and today I'm gonna teach you how to play with the Shorty. Okay guys, so let's start off by saying, is the Shorty good? Well, yeah, if it wasn't good I was not going to make a video about it. The Shorty is definitely the second or first best secondary weapon to take. Now, why do I say the second or first is because the Sheriff is extremely good, right? You can take a Sheriff with any other weapon. So, for example, if you are using a operator, you can just have a sheriff, right? But the Shorty allows you so much more outplay than the sheriff. And why? Well, let's say it's the same of having a shotgun and a rifle in the same time, right? It's just the best of both worlds. Now, before we go into how to use the Shorty, I'm going to tell you when to buy the Shorty. The Shorty, for only 300 credits, is one of the best buys that you can do on eco rounds and full buys. Well, on full buys, as I've said before, it's the best of both worlds, because you can take a shotgun with you and a rifle, or an operator. Now, what you gotta think is, on eco rounds, on maps like Bind, or Pearl, or Split, or any other map that has a closed space on defense, the Shorty will be one of the best weapons to take on you. Why? Well, let me show you an example. And you're probably going to think, well, but if I take the Shorty, then I don't have any other weapon if they don't come to my site. Well, you do. You just need to do this trick, right? If you have the classic drop and you start the round, it will disappear. But if you have the classic on your hand and then the round starts, it doesn't disappear the Shorty, so you just pick it back up. Now you play on a red position like this, right? You are here. Okay, no one is coming, you see it's B? Take this and you go away. Right? For only 300 credits, you are not losing much. You still have your classic, and you still have enough money to buy some stuff. Now, what I gotta tell you is, not every agent can use the Shorty the same way as controllers and duelists can. The Shorty is only useful in close range. Now, you're probably going to think, well, then if it's only useful in the close range, I can use the right click on the classic. Well, yes, a lot of the times the right click is useful, but it's nowhere close as good as a Shorty. Why? Because it one-shots in the body, so you don't have to hit 2 headshots with the right click to kill someone, which allows you so much more plays to happen. Let's say you are on attack with Omen, right? We are playing on Bind. We have a smoke here and we have a smoke there, right on the top. Now, we have the information that someone is there, so you flash, you TP, and then you can just jump, kill someone and go back, right? With the classic you cannot do this type of things. And if I'm wondering, why not go with the Vandal? Well, the Vandal, you have to stay still to shoot and to be precise. With the Short you don't. You can just jump and kill. But remember this, if you are holding an angle, as you can see, we have the circle, right? If you crouch down, it gets smaller, meaning the spread of the bullets will be less. So, if you are holding a position like this, with the Shorty, make sure to crouch. So the first bullet, most of the pebbles hit the body and you can kill on one shot. A lot of people don't crouch, they stay moving, which is also fine, but this most of the times will indeed get you killed. Unless you do something like this, which is what a jump pick with the shot, okay? Well, now that I've explained a bit on how to use the Shorty, I'm going to show you some tricks that you have to do. Well, a lot of people, when they take the Shorty, they always get mad because they cannot get kills. Well, you have to remember that the Shorty is a secondary weapon, right? It's not the main weapon, so you are going to fight most of the times with the main weapon. And only in specific situations, let's say, I go into the portal, right? If I stay with the Vandal and someone shows up, I have to flick, right? have to kill them by flicking. But if I am with the Shorty, it's just much more precise and I kill much more easily, right? So, this is the same thing as clearing angles. I see no one is here, I see no one is there, right? But then, what you can do is just jump pick it with the Shorty and to tap it, right? This allows so much more plays. Every time you go into a smoke, so you know that there is a smoke, you go with the Shorty. You do this, right? Or you do this. Never go in front and never go with your main weapon out, right? Always go with the Shorty. Why? Because in this type of range, it will always kill with 2 shots, okay? Just make sure you hit the shots on the body and it's fine. They are dead. So the Shorty is indeed the best secondary weapon. But now we gotta learn some specific situations on not to take it. Well, let's get into it. Okay. As you can see now, I'm on attack. And because I'm playing on attack, I am with Fade. But, well, Fade isn't a duelist. She is a tech controller. Then, how can I use it? Well, Fade has her own dogs, right? It can clear stuff on the smokes. So, taking the Shorty will only be necessary later on full buys. No need to take on ecos, right? You are not going to be able to get enough space and to get close enough to someone so you can kill with the Shorty, right? So the Shorty on attack falls a bit behind and will go mostly about buys and agents, which you can guess the types of agent that the Shorty will be useful. Any type of agent that can, well, do TPs and go really fast, like a Neon, a Raze, a Omen, sometimes even Jet. You can take the Shorty with the Jet on the first round. You just take a smoke, you take the Shorty, and you dash in, and you go in, right? Those types of plays, they can happen. But now you might be thinking, well, but if the Shorty is so good, then why I don't see a lot of people using it? Well, you might think, why is that? Well, because in high Hilo, a lot of the times people have to play these types of position. So let's say we clear with the dog on the right side. Now we don't have info on the left. A lot of people might play this here, but
Find you.
okay. And then you might be thinking, well, but here is not clear, so they throw the dog and then they jump with the Shorty, right? Your movement with the Shorty and with the knife out is almost the same speed, meaning that you can just do, you know, bunny hop and kill your enemies. Now, as the last topic that I'll be talking about is, when is the Shorty bad? Well, sometimes if you put into your mind that you have to take out the Shorty all the time, there will be some situations that can happen. And I can give you an example that happened to me the other day, right? So I was playing on defense on B site, and as you can see, the map, it has quite some distance if you are playing on these angles, right? You have to play with the Vandal. But because I was inside of this and I killed one, right? Then someone shot me, I was reloading it, then I died from there, right? So make sure to always when you pull out the Shorty that you have some type of cover. Now, the other disadvantage that you have is that you usually, when you are playing with the Shorty, a lot of the times you repeat the same types of angle, right? So you stay in the same spots and are ready for that. So the enemy team will just throw some utility and then they can rush you and you will die, okay? So you gotta make sure to always be switching up the positions that you are playing on, right? So sometimes you play close, sometimes you play away. So if you have playing like this and they have killed 2, they are afraid to enter, so they are going to go here and they will fall into like an off angle, which is stay here. Boom, you're killed, and then you jump out. You can play with the Shorty again, right? So make sure to always be changing your positions and your place so you don't get caught in a vulnerable spot. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a bit more on how to play with the shorty. And if you guys watched until the end, make sure to drop the fire emoji on the comment section so that I know who are the real ones.